Yeah, brother, in a relationship too.
Boy,
We
ain't
in
no
a
fucking way,
relationship,
boy.
right? Like, bro, I gave her. You see?
Way too.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Um, Hello. How you guys doing today? Hope y'all having a good day, man. Bro, 2024, it's a wrap, bro. 2024, put a stamp on it, wrap it up in a Christmas gift, send it on about it its way, because 2024, we are at the end of the freaking year. Like, does anybody? I don't know. I don't know. I think this has to do with something. When you get older, it just seems like the years go by quicker and quicker, especially once you get out of school. Like, these years do not be feeling like years anymore. They feel like maybe like 7, 8 months. Then like the year is over. Again, y'all know what's going on. I just recently moved, so that's why the uploads have kind of diminished a little bit. I'm still trying to. The thing is with the. You guys know how I love doing these end of the year like wrap up style vids. I've been receiving messages on Instagram and Discord like, yo, we getting another we getting it, like, when are we getting either another mental state check video or like an end of the year vid? I'm like, bruh, let me sit my black ass down for this, because I actually do feel like I need to do this just for myself personally, especially with the year that I just had, man. And I think I'm gonna name this one Entering Your Peak Years. That's what I think I'm gonna name this video. This year for me, 2024, as a 33-year-old unk, as some people like to say, because once you get past age like 25, you unk now, right? That's what suckers say now. And you pass your prime. But 2024, for me being now 33 years of age, which is freaking crazy, I can honestly say, I'm trying, because like memories of this year just playing in my head. I can honestly say this has been the most interesting, fun, successful, exciting, overwhelming, yet stressful like year of my life. This is what I really wanted to get into, because when big changes actually start to occur in your life, when you on whatever the path you on and you're focused and you're determined and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then you actually start to see the results coming after all the years of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifices that you've made, will you be ready for it? Because oftentimes, especially when we're like younger, we kind of, society makes you feel like, I don't even know if it kind of is society, but I feel like when you're younger, like when you're, fresh out of high school or fresh out of college, whatever, and you're in like your early 20s, mid 20s, whatever, we for some reason put this expectation on us, like, at this stage of my life, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to be doing this, and if I'm not doing this, I'm a freaking failure. You see that, so I feel like you see that more so today than ever before, and it's probably because of social media and seeing all these young suckers out here making freaking 7 figures, and these suckers haven't even went to school, did nothing, and they get into cars and they traveling and doing this. You got girls just popping pussy on OF, making 7. how fucking much money did Sophie Rain make? Literally for just looking good. You got like all these people out today just making crazy amounts of money. And here you are sitting like, well, damn, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, you start to question things. So I do feel like today, when you're younger, more so than ever before, we put this expectation on, at this specific stage of my life, I'm supposed to be here. And if I'm not here, I'm failing, I'm doing something wrong. And I could definitely say, with all the stuff that I've been doing and getting this year, and I've been on YouTube for what? Literally half my life. I've been on YouTube for what? 16 years? My brothers and sisters, you want to watch? I've been doing this for literally half my freaking life. And I can honestly say, if all the stuff that happened to me this year happened when I was first trying to get my place at like age 23, there is no way, there is no way I would have been ready for that and everything that I've been through this year. I truly have seen sometimes the failures and like just the path that you take to finally get to wherever you're trying to be in life or what you're trying to do. Once you get there, especially if the road was hard, you do appreciate that junk a lot more. Of course, it's great if you're like this freaking overnight sensation and, you know, you just like blow up out of nowhere, or you just win the freaking lotto and you don't gotta worry about nothing else. It's just like, like you ain't gotta worry about nothing else. All fake money, by the way. But you don't have to worry about nothing, and it's just like, essentially, you were just fed a silver spoon. You know how some people are just grown up in good families and they inherit a lot of money or whatever like that. They got great parents that, you know, just pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay up for that, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a parent, you should want to put your kids in the most successful situation. But when you actually have to like go through things to get to wherever you want to be, you just period it, you just accept it, and it means more, and you're grateful for it more when you arrive to that point. So yeah, wherever you guys are in life right now, I don't know how old you guys are that's watching me. I know I got people of all ages on YouTube that watch me, but wherever you are right now in life, this year has shown me, if you stay the course, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's a key factor. If you ain't doing nothing and you slacking off and you just like, man, my life sucks, ain't nothing gonna happen for me. Well, damn, nigga, what you doing? Like, what are you doing about it? If you actually stay the course, and even when you feel demotivated and, you know, you don't, you know, you gotta like literally force yourself out of depression to keep whatever goal you trying to reach to. And, you know, even when you don't feel like doing things, you still get up and do it. If you're doing that, the results are going to come. Sometimes it's just not as fast as we want it to. But again, sometimes when it plays out and you actually do see the results, it comes at the perfect time to where you're actually ready for it. I don't know why it happens like that, but that's what this year has truly shown me. I've traveled more this year than I ever have in my life. I literally caught the plane this year, I think 8 or 9 times now, because I just like came back. So I traveled more this year than I ever have. I went to CES this year. Plane ticket was free because I got there because of the e-bike stuff that I do. Didn't have to pay for. Well, I actually did have to pay for the hotel, I think, but I didn't have to pay for the fact like I didn't have to pay for my plane ticket or to get into CES. I went to freaking Vegas this year. I went to Atlanta this year. I went to Texas this year. Like I was traveling. Like prior to this year, I would catch the plane like once every, I don't know, 7, 8 years. If that. This year, I found myself at the airport so much. And I just feel like this year has truly shown me, bro, we all all of us need to start traveling a little bit more. We do, man, because sometimes when you in the same environment day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and it's just like you waking up to the same old junk every day. Your mind kind of does get like limited and cloudy and closed off because it's like that's all you've seen. That's all you freaking know. You know, we need to get out more and like actually live life and just enjoy ourselves. And I know that's easier said than done because a lot of us are tied to our jobs or tied to these freaking badass kids we got, you know, or tied to marriage. But, you know, still, we need, there's a lot of people today that work 9-to-5 jobs, just like average hard-working people that all they do is get up and work 24/7. 365. That's all they do. And then they get a day or two off during the weekend. And most times they just so tired from the week, they just stay there and watch TV and eat. Like, are we actually alive? Or are we just like, or like, are we just a freaking like on freaking autopilot at this point and just doing the same old stuff, just trying to get through life? That's why I feel like there's so many miserable people today, because a lot of people are just, we're alive but we're not living, and there's a difference between those two. So yeah, I definitely need to travel more going into 2025. This year has shown me that, and I think I will be doing that. You know, mentally, bro. I mean, the mental state is always up and down. You got to take the good moments with the bad moments. But mentally, I also feel like I'm in a stronger place as a 33-year-old going into 2025 than I ever have been. All of the stuff that I went through this year, if I was going through it like in prior years, bro, y'all know that I used to have suicidal thoughts. And you know, depression and stuff like that. I don't know if I would have been able to get through this year if I was mentally at the phase that I was a few years ago. So, you know, mentally I feel stronger. Financially, like, you know, things are just starting to like happen for some reason. Like, you know, I've been doing the YouTube stuff. Like I said, have my live Twitch, you know, is also great for me, but just like the opportunities that I get and like the sponsorships that just like come to my freaking front doorstep, and I'm just like, you gonna give me this for free? Yeah, sure, why not? You wanna do it? Yeah. You wanna do the video? And I'm just like, okay. But it's like stuff like that is like, again, I've been doing this stuff. I've dedicated my life. I've sacrificed relationships with, you know, like friends, you know, people. Just I literally used to, like, I'm a loner. And like all those sacrifices, now it's like I'm starting to see like the results of them. It's like, wow, man, it's still like kind of crazy to look at, even though I remember like all the stuff and emotions I was going through to get to this point. I just feel very confident in, you know, what I'm doing right now, and that I have a limitless supply of money. Not a limitless, because some suckers on Twitch really think I'm rich like that. Sucker, how am I rich? In my first place is I just moved out well, I wasn't even at my mom's house, but I just moved out on my own at 33. I'm rich. First place, 33. The math ain't mathin'. So I gotta say that, because some suckers really think I'm rich. I'm not rich. It's just my fighting, like, I just have more opportunities now to make money, which is, you know, a blessing to have, you know. So yeah, that, you know, like I said, I just moved out and got my first place. This is a huge moment for me because, you know, a lot of us, you know, still live at home with mommy and daddy, or, you know, grandparents, whatever, like whatever your situation is. And people, especially today, people make you feel like if you are still at home living, you know, with someone, then you like are a loser and you're doing it wrong. Do you suckers not realize how hard it is to make it in this world right now? Do you suckers not realize that Inflation is inflating. Freaking Trump about to come. Trump is about to come in and save us all. Freaking the price to just live is just crazier than it ever has been for groceries, for housing, for cars, for, I mean, damn near anything. Everything now is more expensive than it ever has been. And if you're working just a 9-to-5 job, it's just very hard to make it on your own unless you got like a great career job or you got a partner that can like make it easy on you. I don't ever want to hear someone try to get on somebody for still living at home in today's world. This junk is not for the freaking weak. You can be doing everything that you was told you were supposed to do. Go to school as soon as you graduate from school, then you go to college and get a degree, and then you do this, do that. Now you graduate and you freaking 30,000, 40, 50, 60, 80K in debt. And you can't even find the job of why you went to college, why you went to school for. So now you have to work at Starbucks or Walmart. And it's these suckers that's out here just trying to make it, doing what they told, doing what, you know, they was told that they supposed to be doing to make it in a life. And it ain't playing out like that. You can be freaking 40, 50, 60, 70, still working for the same company, doing what you supposed to be doing, you know, just to live, and you still struggling. I just think it's crazy that people will shame people today for living at home in their late 20s, 30s, even listen. If you living at home in your 40s, I mean, I listen, everybody's situation is different. I don't think even that really is bad. But, you know, it does get to a point. Are you just living at home because you're just comfortable being there and you don't want to leave? Or are you living at home just because, you know, it's hard? There's a difference between those two. So, yeah, if you're still, I don't know how old guys are. If y'all feel ashamed by still being at home and you 25, 30, 35, whatever, like, bro, F what all these people are saying, bro. Life is hard. And unless, like, you just got, like, bro, you need multiple streams of income, period, if you are a normal, average person to make it in this life. To actually be comfortable living and not be living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to afford to stay in whatever condo or apartment you're in. You need multiple streams of income now, period. Unless you got a great career job. Bro, y'all don't, but most times, these suckers be in their like early freaking 20s just talking trash, sucker. You ain't even hit life yet. You still like, what the frick is you talking about? So it's just, bro, whatever y'all situation is, do not be ashamed. And more importantly, do not compare yourself to others. Everybody's situation is different. It don't matter, like, if you're seeing someone, again, it is you got suckers that's just like streaming for a living or doing YouTube for a living, making 6, 7 freaking figures, and you start questioning, damn, what the hell am I doing in a life? When you get trapped in that cycle, and then especially if you're a woman, you see all these chicks on OF just freaking flashing titties and freaking popping pussy, and they making all this money. Even if you got high morals as a woman, you start to think, well, damn, I got a coochie too. It's just the nature of the beast, if I'm being real. So you got to, especially today more so than ever before because of social media and all the stuff that we see, you got to stop comparing yourself to others. And that is a daily battle. That's stuff that I still deal with, but I've gotten way better at dealing with it. A lot of times we get trapped in that cycle of comparing our life to others and we live vicariously through others. You have to stop doing that because that's when you never make no progress in your actual life. Wait, time out! Hold on! Is a brother preaching? And the second, like, can I get an amen from the choir? Hey, man, my brother. Hey, man, my sister. Like, let me say that one more time.
When you are so trapped in the cycle of comparing yourself to others, living vicariously through others, that's how you end up not making progress in your actual life. Can I get an amen on that one? So, yeah, man, it's stuff like that. But, yeah, I got my own place. It's great. You know, well, mostly. As far as like family and stuff like that goes, like I had some deaths, some recent deaths in the family. I told you guys I just recently had to leave again because my dad had a stroke. And, I could have stayed here because I just moved in. I was trying to still get situated, but because of the recent deaths with my uncle, my cousin, some people on my mom's side, my dad's side, I'm like, bro, we getting older. I'm starting to see the family circle get a little smaller year by year. I wasn't willing to take that chance to stay here just because I moved out. And they understood if I did not go, but if my dad ended up passing away from that and I didn't go to see him, that would have ate at me for the rest of my life. So I'm like, bro, let me go see this man, and yeah, just seeing I knew I would actually start getting emotional in this video, but just seeing him I'm not gonna break down in this video. I've been crying way too much off camera. I'm not gonna do it in this video, but just seeing him in a weakened state and just seeing like all of the potential that this man had and like all of the talent that that me and my sisters like seeing him and he's still good. He's still able to talk and like stuff like that. But sometimes like when you just look at a certain person, it could be your dad, mom, cousins, whatever, and you just see the greatness in them, but they've never seen it their whole life. It's hard to like look at that person sometimes because it's like, damn, you just never got it all together. And I love my dad. Even though there was a lot of years in my life and my sister's life to where we really needed this man to be around, especially me as a man, never really having a lot of male role models like that. And for him not to be there for, times where I really needed this man, I had to drop this grudge that I was holding on him for years. And I dropped it like a few years ago. My one of my sisters still deals with it, but I had to drop that like grudge and that like thing I was holding on my shoulders towards him for me to move on, to like forgive him. So now it's good for me personally, but when I like still see him sometimes, it's just like sad to see because this man has so much talent and so much potential, but he always needed someone to push him to like do something. He could just never like want it for himself or motivate himself enough to do it. So it was like stuff like that was going on and funny stories that happened up there. But it was good. I'm glad I seen my dad. I'm glad he's okay, and hopefully going into next year, this man gets healthier. He starts, doing things. Cause bro, I don't know if he ever if he'll come across this because some of my family do watch my videos now. Bro, if you somehow come across this, daddy, the father 23, bro, live out the rest of your years doing whatever the hell you want. You are retired. You got a talent in singing, cooking, drawing, all these different things. Bruh, forget all the doubts and regrets that you have in your life. Live in the now, father. Do whatever you want to do for however long you have to live on this planet. Now is the time for you to really do all the things you want to do. Moving on from that, I ain't saying too much about this because yeah, brother in a relationship too. we're in a relationship, right? Like, bro, I can't even that's like I'm a very private person. I haven't even told y'all some other stuff that's going on in my life. That's just two of them. I don't want to say like other stuff, but so a relationship came out of freaking nowhere, like mid of this year. I'm just like, bruh, I'm a virgin. I get zero pussy. No pussy is at my freaking door of steps. All of a sudden, a relationship that I was not looking for. Y'all, I mean, some of y'all know me, but on a deeper level, I've never been a guy to, in real life at least, thirst after women. Like, most times, if I'm interested in a woman, unless she is exceptional, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not the one to chase women. I'm just not. Like, it's just not me. I don't try to have riz. I don't try to have game. I'll appreciate a woman from like a distance and be like, damn, she bad. Moving on. Like, that's me. And, you know, in my years now, I'm very comfortable talking to women compared to how I used to be. Like before, when I would talk to a woman, I would be like, I'm actually not faking this right now. Now I'm actually starting to stutter. But I would be like, my name is Jeremy. What is your name? I kid you not. It was just like, let me just walk away because every time I would talk to a girl, I would just get nervous and start stuttering. Didn't know why. I was just getting too excited. I didn't believe in myself, self-confidence issues, like all of that stuff. Now I could talk to like bad chicks and like not even really like, you know, like it fazed me. But at the same time, I'm not trying to like pick them up. That's just me. You know, that's kind of how I've always been my whole life. But yeah, so when this relationship came out of nowhere, it was just kind of like, because when you've been single for a long time, you start to you actually start to enjoy being single, especially today. Because when you're in a relationship, sometimes, especially if you with the wrong one, you lose all of that peace. You lose all that peace, all, you know, all that zen, all that just doing whatever the hell you want to do when you want to do it. You even lose a piece of yourself because now you have to like invest yourself into someone else. And when you start to actually enjoy being a lone wolf, it is very hard. So, like, bruh, even though, like, yeah, you know, we all want some pussy. we all want some pussy. But it's never been something that I needed. It's never been, and hopefully I never become that. To where, like you know how a lot of men are just like driven by getting coochie. And like that's the only thing that mattered to them. Like they ain't doing nothing in they freaking life. They working some dead end job, but it's like, hey, you were getting pussy? I am. You got hoes? I do. Like that's all that they care about. Hopefully I never become that guy. I'd never become that guy, and I've never been that guy. So I feel like that's why when it comes to relationships with me, I've always kind of been very hesitant on entertaining it because it's like I never needed to be in a relationship to be happy. I still don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. I think I fared very well moving by the beat of my own drum. And there were times, of course, in my life to where it's like, damn, man, I do wish I had a significant other, someone that I could laugh with and share times with and, you know, love on and all that stuff. Of course, you feel like that. But to where some people feel like they need to be in a relationship to exist, I've never felt like that. Ever. And, you know, yeah, this is new territory. This is definitely new territory. Because I've moved to the beat of my own drum for years, and now all of a sudden that, you know, you have this other person,
you gotta think about them as well, and it's like, it's like it's beautiful, but at the same time, it's challenging when you're just used to doing whatever you want to do. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Like when I tell y'all there's a lot going on in my life, especially all the stuff that happened this year. Some stuff that I still don't even like want to talk about. There's a lot going on. Like this is a huge transitional phase in my life just as a man. Like it's crazy, it's scary, but yet it's exciting. And I also feel like it's a long time coming. Like that's kind of all the emotions I feel with just like all the stuff I went through this year. Exciting, fun, scary, stressful, yet like we here now. Like that is how I feel, man. So yeah, just again, however y'all 2024 was, and every year is gonna have challenges and have good and bad. Like who knows? Freaking next year I could have a horrible freaking year, and then at the end of it, I'm like crying, just like, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't want to live no more. Like every year is up and down. Like we have to be able to take the good with the bad. Not every single year is going to be lit. Not every single moment of every year is going to be lit. You're going to have good days, good months. You're going to have bad days and bad months. Hell, you might have a bad year. That don't mean it's always that is always going to be like that. And honestly, sometimes you have to go through the bad so you can enjoy the good a little bit more. Once again, is a brother preaching in this sucker? I don't know. But yeah, man. I hope you guys are going into next year with a positive mind frame. Whatever you went through this year, it could have been, relationship issues or personal growth issues or just being broke or doubting yourself or being depressed. Whatever, man. We all of us are going through something. All of us. Like it don't matter. Like even the people that like look like they just doing it and just killing it in life. Even them suckers is going through things behind the scenes. Sucker, look at Diddy. This man Diddy is a billionaire, been living life since like what, the late 80s or freaking early 90s, all that stripped away, and now this sucker in prison. Like everybody going through something, and even if you at the top of life, don't for 1 second doubt that all can't be taken away from you. It can. So, we all going through something. We all got our own trials and tribulations. The important thing is keeping a positive mindset when you going through it. Don't veer off and take shortcuts or get into bad things or get with bad people that aren't really good for your personal growth and are holding you back, because that's when you kind of just stay in this one lane of life. So it's very important to keep a good mental state for just tackling life, man. So yeah, I don't think I got nothing else to say. All in one take, bro. This came straight from the heart, straight off the dome, bro, with very little cuts that I had to make. This is just really how I'm feeling right now going into 2025, man. I feel excited. I feel scared. I feel overwhelmed. I feel like, damn, what's next? Like I have so many emotions right now when it comes to like living life. That's why it is, especially for guys, bro. Guys especially. A lot of us don't hit, and I don't want to get too like red pillish, but truly, a lot of us do not hit our prime years, our peak years into our 30s, man. And honestly, not even really just for guys, even for women too. Whatever you want to identify as, a freaking rabbit, a furry, whatever. A lot of us don't hit our prime years until like late 20s, freaking early to mid 30s. That is mostly for the average person if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You really don't start to see your peak adult years until your 30s, bro. Like that's kind of how it plays out, unless you are an exception and you for somehow just make it big in your early 20s and stuff like that. But now it seems like that's what everybody is trying to do. Everybody has to make 6 or 7 figures on Instagram or YouTube or Twitch in order to feel like they doing something in life. That's not how it's supposed to be. And most likely, 99.9 times out of 10, that's not how it's going to play out for most people. But that don't mean that you're a loser. That just means you have to find your way, you know? So, yeah, man. Entering your peak years is a beautiful thing. And it's also could be a very stressful, very depressing, very broke journey to get there. But I'm telling you, once you get there, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more if you went through the trenches to get there. And you know, I think I'm an example of that, man. And you know, so take y'all time, man. Whatever y'all trying to do, just stay the course. Stay the course. Do your thing. When you start to enter those peak years and things actually start to happen for you in a good way, you starting to see the results of all your sacrifices and all your blood, sweat, and tears that you invested into whatever you're trying to do. I hope you are ready for it, because sometimes it can be overwhelming as hell, and that's what I've been going through. So yeah, man, I love you guys, man. Let's all try to go into 2025 with that's good vibes, man. Especially, I don't even want to get into all the politics stuff that's been going on this year. I am so tired of just people just finding ways to divide us, bro. Let the Karens be Karens. Let I don't know, what do you call male Karens? Freaking, what's a good name for a male Karen? I don't know. Let Bob be Bob. Oh no. But bro, if you are not bringing good vibes to me in 2025, if you are an argumentative person, if you are not bringing peace to my life and just making life easier for me and more fun, don't entertain these people no more, bro. There's so many people out there that are just miserable and just want to freaking misery loves company. You got a lot of people out there like that, especially when it gets into politics and all this other stuff, and people just feel like if you have a different, you know, freaking viewpoint than someone else, then you're like toxic and they can't talk. Like all that stuff, bro. Get away from me. Get away from me with all that stuff. Like, that is not what I'm trying to go into 2025 with. I'm trying to go into 2025 as positive as possible, as peaceful as possible, and as driven and as motivated and as determined as possible. My bad is that's yeah. So entering your peak years, man. Let's all do it. Let's all get back on the grind. You know, that don't just mean working for massa 9 to 5. Let me not do that. I'll be doing that on Twitter. Well, you know, no, let me be me. Let me be me. You know, but you know, I was so offended by everything today. But let's not go into 2025 just working for massa 24/7. Yes, massa. No, like, we gotta start living for ourselves. We have to. If we don't do it, who's gonna do it for us? I refuse to be that person to work freaking 30, 40, 50 years of my life and wake up at 60, 70 plus. And then it's like, now what am I supposed to, like, bro, we can't live like that no more. You would know how they would be how would the young people be saying we are done with the 90s or we done with the 80s. We are done with that freaking mindset of life, of how you gotta work and be like essentially give your soul to a company for freaking 40, 50 years of your life, only for them to just throw you away whenever they want to, and then you just like, we done with that going into 2025. Let's all try to better ourselves, better our situations. And let's go into 2025 with a positive mind frame, my brothers and sisters. I love you guys. Come on, give me. If you don't lean towards the camera right now, come on, give me a hug. That's right. God damn, you stink a little sucker. But let's all go into 2025, man. I believe in you guys. Hopefully, you guys believe in me. And let's see what the new year has to offer, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So my next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all in my next one, all right?